I think it's fair to say that a lot of those people are there for a curious reason. It's actually a rally organized by the Nashi youth group that is a pro-Kremlin group that's intended to sort of rally support for Mr. Putin. Interestingly, if anyone was looking for him to extend a branch of sort of reconciliation with these huge opposition protests we've seen over the last few months, he made a reference in his speech that the campaign had to overcome the provocations, referring to some of those demonstrations, and that those provocations were intended to only undermine the Russian state. So it doesn't sound as if he's immediately turning over a new leaf in terms of reform.
At the same time as this victory rally, as we're seeing now, is taking place, those claims of electoral fraud were intensifying, with lots of opposition supporters claiming Putin supporters were undertaking what they described as carousel voting. How does that work?
Well, carousel voting apparently has been raised to entirely new heights in this election, and that is when a large group of people are brought into an area, they're taken to one poll, they vote at that polling station, and then they simply move to another polling station and vote somewhere else, often taking the names of people who haven't showed up to vote. It's done with the alleged cooperation of the people running the polling station, and that way votes for Vladimir Putin can be recorded up. But amidst all these opposition charges, I think it's important to note, Michael, that the result tonight really does closely match opinion polls that we've been seeing for a couple of weeks now, including opinion polls from respected independent polling centers. So I think we were at one of these monitoring organizations today. They didn't deny that perhaps Vladimir Putin would get over 50% of the vote, but perhaps maybe that figure has been padded by, say, 10 or 12%. But there's no question that the number we're at now, which is above 60%, does match what we've seen for the last few weeks in opinion polls.